Welcome, Fade to Black breaking news for this Monday, August 19th, 2024. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. All right, here we go. Kicking off a brand new week here on Fade to Black, doing it in style because tonight, Giorgio Tsoukalos is with us. And I've called the show Ancient Aliens and More. Yeah, we've got a lot to cover tonight with Giorgio. Always great when he's on the show. Tomorrow night, Joseph Selby is with us. We're going to be talking about the yugas. Yeah, the Indian cycles of time. We'll be going through that tomorrow night. It's going to be an amazing conversation. Wednesday night, Charles Pellegrino is with us. And we are going to be talking about the Minoan phenomenon and above and below sea and its connection to everything, including interstellar space travel. We're going to be doing that Wednesday night. Thursday night, Sheila Seppi is with us for the first time. We are going to be talking about walk-ins. Yeah, one of your favorite subjects. All right, I've got 3 events coming up in the second half of 2024, coming up in about, just about a week and a half. Contact at Sea, the cruise to Alaska, September 6th through the 13th. Links are below. I think there might be stuff available. It is sold out, but check on the links below and come to Alaska with me. Then after that in October 3rd through the 14th, going to Egypt with Billy and Elizabeth Carson. The links for that are below. That is also sold out, but you can get on the waiting list and also sign up for 2025. And then after that, Peru and Bolivia with Brian Forrester. And that is November 15th through the 27th. Links for that are below. It is also sold out, but you can get on the waiting list. If there's any changes, get on the waiting list and come to Peru and Bolivia with me. That's a game changer. All 3 trips are life-changing events. All right. Busy news day. And before I get to everything, I've got to make a couple of comments here. Last week on the show, I talked about stuff that I had seen in the sky the night before when I was outside looking at the meteor shower, which I did watch, and that was pretty amazing. And I had spotted a strange craft above Lockheed Skunk Works. Now the back of my house faces Lockheed Skunk Works. It's about a mile and a half away. And that's a large area. It's not just Lockheed, it's NASA and it's Northrop Grumman and Air Force Plant 42. And it's a huge secure space out there. Anyway, what I had seen occurred in about, and I'm guessing here, about a 1 or 2 square mile box. And the craft itself was acting very strangely, and it was quiet. I didn't hear any noise from the craft. But what caught my attention, because I was out there looking for the meteors going through the atmosphere, which was pretty amazing. I saw the craft and I wasn't paying attention to it because I saw the flashing lights on it. So I just thought it was an aircraft. But at one point, I just kind of looked at it as I was looking for the meteors, and it stopped and went in the opposite direction. Now I know it's not an airplane. Could be a helicopter, right? It could stop and turn around and go in the opposite direction. But it catches my attention, and I watched this stay inside this area, zigzagging, stopping, opposite direction, just acting really strangely. But at one point, or maybe twice, it came very close to my house and headed in my direction. And I got a pretty solid look at the underside of it. And there were 3 white lights that were flashing on the corners. Pop, 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 pop. No red, no blue or green lights, nothing like that. White lights. And they were definitely on in a triangle. Now, I'm not saying this was a triangle. I'm not saying that at all. But the lights were flashing. And And so I dismissed it as hours because of the flashing lights. But what I found very compelling about it was that it wasn't making any, it wasn't traveling fast, by the way. It wasn't darting around. It was moving fairly slowly, but it was stopping and retracing its steps and then turning at these angles, all inside of this box, which I would again say that it just represents directly above Lockheed Skunk Works. All right. So now a couple of things. I saw this go on for about 30 minutes and I got bored with it. I was hoping for something spectacular, like flashing away, landing crazy, or doing something. Nothing like that occurred. The flight path was strange. Staying inside of this box was strange. And I was thinking, man, maybe it's a student pilot, but it was directly over Lockheed, which is certainly restricted airspace. But anyway, maybe it's a student pilot, up there flying around, Anyway, after about 30 minutes, I got bored and went in the house. Now, I didn't shoot any video. And I didn't shoot any video because I don't want to shoot video of the testing of something secret, some technology. I don't want to do that. I have a good standing here in the community. I live right next to Skunk Works. Everybody in Palmdale, when I say everybody from the top down, knows that I'm here. They know what I do, and they also listen to this show. So I'm not going to go on the air and give a specific date and time and show video of something that could show our adversaries what we are testing and what time and when to go look at it, when to go look at satellite data and do all of that. I'm not going to do that. Plus, I could also get into some trouble. And I'm friends with everybody. I want to be able to, go shopping and not get stared at. I want to go to restaurants. I want to hang out. I don't want to be a pariah. So there's that part of it. Now, I also didn't shoot video because I did dismiss it as my overall take that this was the testing of some aircraft technology. I do want to stress a couple of things. I heard no noise. I heard no engines. It was acting strangely. It was staying inside of this box. It never went outside of it. It never went to any extremes. North, south, east, or west. It stayed right there behind my house. And a couple of times it came fairly close, not directly over me, but in front of me, and I could see up underneath it into it. Okay, now, the next day, and I understand, I saw my email inbox getting filled up, and I started to get text about these sightings that were over Palmdale and Edwards Air Force Base. All right, now, excuse me, a couple of notes on that. I can see Edwards from my house. This never went over Edwards. And also, I saw some of the posts and some of the comments that Jimmy Church saw this, and this is what's going on, and that there were 6 craft. I did not see 6 craft. Okay, and I'm out there every night. I'm in the backyard every night on both the lower level and upper levels of the house. And when I say every night, every single night, I go out with my night vision of my binoculars and I just take a good scan of the area. Sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes it's 35, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. It's nice outside. And I look at everything. The reports that I have seen, I don't know if they are, doesn't matter to me. I don't know if these are created videos or other things, but That I did not see any of that. Jimmy Church did not see anything over Edwards. And I was scanning the skies every night with my night vision. I didn't see any of that. There was not 6 craft. There was only one, and it was strange. There's no doubt about it. So any quotes that come from me about what went on, you can use what I just said right now. That's fine. Jimmy Church says this is what went on. The other stuff, I'm not into clicks. I'm not into fame. I'm not into pumping this up. I'm not into making up shit. None of that. Okay. I'm telling you exactly what went down. And it was strange. And it was cool. And it lasted, from what I saw, about 30 minutes. Like I said, then I got bored, came in the house and went to bed. I didn't see anything crazy. No, I didn't see. Well, what I saw was crazy, but I didn't see anything launch into the atmosphere and disappear into space. I didn't see any hyper speed activity or anything. I didn't see beams coming down from the ship or no, none of that happened. Now, for everybody else that is making posts and making comments and saying things about it, I am telling you exactly what I saw. I was a witness to it, and that is it. All right. There's no flying pyramids. There's no, no, but it was nuts though. Okay. 3 white flashing lights in a triangle. Beep, 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 beep. I watched that for 30 minutes. And when it came over my house, I looked directly underneath it. And I will say that the 3 lights were equilateral, appeared to be equilateral, but they were flashing. They were okay. No other colors. I didn't see a shape to the craft other than where the 3 lights were positioned. And there you go. And I'm just going to leave it at that. The exact time, I'm not going to disclose that. The exact day, I'm not going to disclose that. I'm not going to tip anything off to our adversaries or anybody that's looking into this information. All right. So there you go. I want to be clear. That's it. The stuff that you have been seeing reported or had anything that has my name tied to it, I'm telling you exactly what I saw. It was one craft. I watched it for 30 minutes. Okay. Are we clear? All right. You can go on any post and you can say, I just heard Jimmy say this. This is what was seen. And by the way, it wasn't over Edwards. It was over Lockheed. Northrop Grumman, which is further down behind Lockheed by a few miles. It wasn't over there. It wasn't over by NASA, which is, again, a few miles east of Skunk Works. Air Force Plant 42 is in the middle, behind Lockheed Skunk Works. Could be tied to that. But from my angle, and like I said, I can see Skunk Works from my house. It was directly above that in about a 1 to 2 square mile box. And it never went outside of that, but it covered every section of that box. It was pretty bizarre. Okay. Are we clear? Let's move on. On this day in history, 1953, CIA assisted coup overthrows the government of Iran, which lasted until the 1979 revolution on this day in 1953. Here's your fader fact. The butterflies you get in your stomach when you see someone that you like is actually an adrenaline rush. Isn't that cute? All right, let's get to the breaking news. Phil Donahue, whose pioneering daytime talk show launched the careers of Oprah Winfrey, Montel Williams, Ellen DeGeneres, and many others, died yesterday of a long illness. He was 88 years old. Rest in peace, Phil. There you go. One of Russia's most active volcanoes has erupted, spewing plumes of ash 3 miles into the sky over the Kamchatka Peninsula and briefly triggering a code red warning for aircraft after a powerful 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck off of Kamchatka's east coast early yesterday. Coincidence? No. There you go. I'll keep you posted on this. Computer scientists have for decades been trying to emulate the human brain, replicating its neural networks to build artificial intelligence with enhanced processing power. Well, now, Swiss startup company Final Spark has just launched a biocomputer that connects to living, pulsing brain cells and, according to its makers, uses far less energy than traditional bit-based computers. The Final Spark team says researchers can connect to its system remotely, and the mini brains can be sustained for up to 100 days. Wow, 16 mini brains hooked up to these computers. Pretty nuts. The study has been published in the Frontiers in Artificial Intelligence. Researchers have drilled the deepest ever sample of rocks from the Earth's mantle, penetrating 0.7 miles in the mid-Atlantic ridge where the seafloor is spreading apart. At this spot, which is rich in hydrothermal vents, the interaction between mantle rocks and seawater create chemicals that are important for life. Previous efforts to drill into the mantle rocks brought to the surface in the deep sea had reached only 659 feet, not deep enough to look for organisms such as heat-loving bacteria that might dwell farther down. The core was drilled by the International Ocean Discovery Program in late 2023. Well, here you go. Check this out. The space rock that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago was a rare strike from an asteroid beyond Jupiter, according to a new study. The finding pins down the nature of the fateful space rock and its origin within our solar system and may benefit technology that forecasts asteroid strikes on our planet. Remnants of the asteroid collected from European regions of the planet's crust. Scientists have found the chemical composition of a rare element called ruthenium, similar to the asteroids between Mars and Jupiter. The study was published last Thursday in the journal Science. And finally, I'll leave you with this. And it's really cool. Ridley Scott's film Alien is known for a lot of things, right? Like the chest burster scene, right? Of course, Sigourney Weaver as badass Ellen Ripley and the xenomorph, right? Okay. And Geiger, by the way. But if you looked closely when you watched these films, like I did, you also noticed the Nostromo crew's alcoholic beverage of choice, Aspen beer. And now you can sip it for yourself thanks to Alien Romulus. That's right. The film was about to launch. To celebrate the film's wide theatrical release this weekend, 20th Century Studios partnered with Los Angeles-based Angel City Brewing to make Aspen beer a reality. For the product design in the 1979 feature, the Angel City team worked off high-res images of the Aspen beer logo provided by 20th Century Studios. Those looking to get a taste of ice-cold Aspen can head over to Angel City Brewery in Los Angeles. It's right here at 216 South Alameda Street, by the way, where the beer is available on tap, and you can also buy it in limited to-go cans. You should see the cans. They look exactly like they did in the movie. By the way, face hugger eggs are sold separately. Seriously. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Monday, August 19th, 2024. Fade to Black Breaking News is produced by Renee Neumann. I want to remind everybody tonight on the show, the one and only Giorgio Tsoukalos. That's right. Ancient Aliens and More. And what could be better than Monday night with Giorgio Tsoukalos? The answer is nothing. So for now, all I've got is Go Backley Tappy.